Alright, so first enable the Blender Kit add-on by going to Edit, Preferences, and in add-on search Blender Kit and enable it. Now go to the toolbar and in Blender Kit select the models and search for human. So here we got two great models by Rex and Willem. Select and drag and drop to your scene. Now add a plane, Shift A, plane, and scale it. Select the plane and go to edit mode. Select one of the edges, press E to extrude and middle mouse drag in the Z direction. Now select all, press S and Y. Select the human model and rotate it in the Z direction, so RZ, and control drag to rotate exactly to 90 degree. Now select the skull and scale it big enough and similarly rotate it in the Z direction. We are going to rotate it in Y direction as well, so it looks down, and put it somewhere here. Great. Select the plane and press Ctrl A, apply the scale. Now go to edit mode and select edge loop, place an edge loop in the center and then offset edge loop to create more faces. Now select the upper faces and extrude those inwards. Press E and middle mouse drag to extrude. Now add two more edge loops on the side. So again select the loop tool and click and drag here and another one here. Alright, now add some horizontal edge loops as well. So select loop cut and add some horizontal edge loops. Great. Now press 1 to vertex select and select all edge vertices except the top and the bottom one. Now go to randomize and give it a little bit of push just to randomize it. Now select the plane and click shade smooth. Go to object data and in normals set auto smooth. Alright, now let's create the material for the wall. So select it, go to shading, create new material and let's name it wall. Now in the node editor press Shift A and add a noise texture and select it and press Ctrl T and add the object to mapping. Now select this and add it with a bump node, so add bump, plug it to normal. Now add a color ramp, plug the color to factor and just bring down the white. To see the effect, just plug the color to height and go to viewport shading. This is how it looks. Now we are gonna create another noise texture, so select both these, Shift D, bring these down, add the same mapping and this time the scale is gonna be about 1.2 and add a mix node. And mix these two, and the factor of this second noise goes to the factor of mix node. Now add this color to height. Now add another color ramp, add the color of first noise texture and add this to roughness. Now let's create the lighting. So go to the isometric view and select far enough distance and press Ctrl Alt 0 to set the camera. Go to the options and in view select lock camera to view. Now you can lock the camera and set the position. Let's set it somewhere here. Now press 0 again to get out of the camera view. Now let's add the lights. So first of all, delete this default light. Shift A and add an area light, G to move it up, and scale it in X direction. Rotate in Y direction, control drag to 90 and put it inside this, somewhere around here. Now let's go to rendered view, press 0, go to shading, now go to world setting and bring this color all the way up to black. Now select the light, go to object and bring the power to about 1000. Select the color you like. To better see the global illumination, select the render engine cycles. You can select the GPU compute and in viewport select denoising after 32 samples. So this is how it looks. Now you can increase the light intensity to make it even better. Select the light. Now let's add some fog. So go to layout, Shift A, create a cube, scale it so that it fills the scene. Also the camera. And in materials, create a new material, go to shading and delete the principled BSDF and Shift A, add a principled volume. Plug the volume to volume and select the density to about 0.01. To add even more light to my scene, I have added 2 point lights in the eye sockets of this skull here. So now it looks even more brighter. To make this fog glow like bloom in Eevee, you can go to compositing and create this setup, search for glare and add the glare fog glow to your viewer. Here are my render settings. I am using cycles and for rendering I am using 512 samples with optics denoising and it's a full 1920 by 1080 image. Now when you render, you can see this is the default render, and if you go to viewer node, you can see the fog that we did from the compositor.